First of all, just like to say a big well done to Simon, who's just qualified all three parts of his ADI process. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And welcome to the Driving Academy. So we just wanted to spend 5 minutes and just ask you a few questions about your experience and how it's been from the start to the present day. And so just got a few questions, just want to run by you and just obviously just tell us what you think, really.
Okay.
So first of all, what attracted you to the role of as a driving instructor? What made you think this is the career for you?
A bit of a life change, if I'm honest. My previous career was in the civil services, and I was taking a sabbatical, for want of a better word. And whilst I had my time off, I decided to teach my daughter how to drive. She was successful, so then my sister asked, so I taught her how to drive also. And she passed successfully.
I want to get paid for this.
I want to get paid for this, yeah. And then my fiance asked me to teach her daughter how to drive. She also passed, so I kind of fell into it and had a real knack for teaching people how to drive, and I was getting loads and loads and loads of enjoyment out of it. Brilliant. So after obviously 19 years of doing one career, I thought it's about time I had a change, and this was potentially my new career.
Great,
yeah. So what made you pick us, Simon?
What made I pick you? Well, I did a lot of research. I looked into the bigger companies, more nationally well known. I won't name them for professional reasons. And all their fees were all around about the same price. But I didn't feel that they were being completely open. I didn't know if there was any hidden costs and things like this. And my fiance actually was taught by the Driving Academy. And she said, I'll give Darren a call and set up a meeting. So we set up a meeting, had a meeting with you guys.
Mm-hmm. What was your first impressions at the meeting?
I thought it was, you guys were just honest and open. You both live locally, you both work locally. And it was a level of care of what you're putting out.
Okay.
You want to deliver good quality driver training, professional training to put decent drivers on the road.
Okay.
And that's something that really, really attracted me to the Driving Academy, because I don't want to teach people just to pass the test. I want to teach them to be safe.
Brilliant.
And I did hear some horror stories from the other bigger companies, like, for example, if you failed your ADI 3, because you only get 3 attempts at your ADI 3, the bigger companies were charging you more money for extra training to help you get through, whereas the Driving Academy, it was the fixed fee. Yeah. And they worked with you. The support is just absolutely outstanding, and they work with you to get you through.
Okay. That was going to be my next question: is how was your support, throughout your three parts? But I suppose you just
I can elaborate on it more. I mean, the level of training I got was second to none. It wasn't, I am the instructor, or I'm the trainer, this is what you do, blah blah blah. It was very much a two-way street. There was a lot of things that Darren picked up from me, and I've picked up from Darren as well, and the rest of the team when I've met up with them as well. So the support it's outstanding. It really is.
I think the way we try to do it is integrate all them three parts together as well.
Yeah.
There are some establishments that will do it in 3 separate chunks. How did you find working, part 1, part 2, and part 3? Do you think that worked well for you as you went through?
Well, I was quite fortunate as well, because I met with you guys about 2 months before I actually started the in-car training, so I'd already had the leg up doing the part 1, so it kind of got that bit out of the way. But integrating like the part 2 and the part 3, it just makes it flow, because the training sessions were designed how you deliver a lesson. Yeah. So from day one, you're doing it how you deliver a lesson. You're following the 17 competencies in the standards check or the part 3 assessment. So everything marries in. So it's not a case of right, here's something else, and you're like, oh god, no, it's something else. It's kind of it all runs through, all concurrent. It just flows nicely.
Okay, so when we look at sort of the integration for you to come into the Driving Academy as well,
yeah.
how did you find the support as you went along from the team? So where I'm going with that is the way we do it. It isn't a case of there's your training, now go off and find someone. You were brought on as a drive instructor as well.
Yeah.
As you came through the system.
Yeah, I didn't meet the team until I'd actually gone through my part 2, which was absolutely, it's understandable. But as soon as I got through my part 2, it's a case of, right, we meet once a week, here's the team, and came along, met everyone. Everyone's super friendly, dead welcoming. And it was really good to bounce off other instructors, because there's a wealth of experience there. You've got instructors that have done it for 25 years and some that have done it for 1 or 2 years. So there's and they've all come from different backgrounds and walks of life as well.
Yeah, and I think where I was going with that as well is the integration of the diary system, support of apps and stuff like that, and the Total Drive.
Yeah.
How that, so basically you were able, where we are now, it isn't a case of hit the ground running at part 3. It was all integrated.
Yeah, it was all. You're absolutely right. From during the training, I got my iPad sorted with my iPhone. Got the Total Drive app. Got the got my dual controls put in my car. The dash cam footage, so we can download the footage to help as a learning tool for the students. I was also added onto the shared album, which has been the current driver instructors have just added all their own little bits in there as training tools, so we're all always helping each other. And I've actually added my own videos in there as well, which has helped the current driver instructors.
Well, it's helped us. It's been a great team experience. By adding you into that integration as we go through, it was good to see you starting to integrate within the system as well.
Yeah.
So it was brilliant. Yeah. Okay.
What would you say has been the best bit about your new career?
Flexibility. Because I can choose my own hours. I can choose how many students I take on. That was another going back over. That's another thing that attracted me into the driving academy, is that the bigger companies, they would limit how many students you had. So say, for example, they gave you 18 and you found a couple more local and added them onto the diary, they'd take 2 students off you.
Right, okay.
Whereas the driving academy is like, show me your diary, show me your availability, we'll fill it. And it's always full.
Yeah.
Because there's that many people waiting on the list, but there's just not enough driving instructors to the amount of people waiting. So I know I'll always be busy. I'll be busy. I know the bills will be paid.
Yeah.
If there's an unexpected bill come along, then I know I can take a couple more.
I know your pupils are local within a couple of miles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My pupil base at the minute is Spennymoor, Newton Aycliffe, and Bishop Auckland.
Yeah.
So it's all local.
Perfect, yeah.
I'm all just dotting around, and it's just local roads.
Yeah. Okay. What's been the biggest challenge for you so far, Simon?
Biggest challenge is my personal one is I don't like to be told what I'm doing wrong.
I think I experienced that though.
Yeah, there has been a few experiences in the car with Darren where he was telling me I was doing it wrong, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
There was a different way, wasn't there? There was always a different way.
Yeah, there's always a different way. And that was my biggest challenge, is actually self-reflecting, and a huge part of this journey and being a driver instructor is being able to reflect on your own performance and how you not just improve your pupils, but how you can improve yourself for teaching your pupils.
Absolutely.
What I've discovered as well is that trying with one thing with one pupil works, but with another one it doesn't. So I've had to change, I've had to adapt to let them get the best out of each and every lesson.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's not one size fits all, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
And just a final question before we wrap up is, you touched on this before, but how do you find your support is now you're fully qualified?
I think the support is very similar to what it was when I was learning. We still, the opportunity is there to meet up every week. Sometimes we can't attend due to reason, might have a test on and things like that, but the people who do attend, it's only an hour and a half, but we can sit down and go, right, I've got this issue. show the footage, put it on the table, and get a feel for what everybody else has got.
And you get coffee and cake as well.
And we get coffee without the cake. Got to watch my figure. Yeah, but there's coffee and cake on. But it's not just on that one day.
Yeah.
If I've got an issue, or if anybody else has got an issue, we've got the chat group. We've two chat groups, one for business, one for problems.
Yeah.
And we've got a third one actually. I've just remembered for training.
Yeah.
So if there's any issues and you're like, no, I really can't wait till this day to meet, you can put it in the chat group, and one of the guys will get back to you soon as with a good answer.
That's brilliant. Well, thanks for spending 10 minutes with us today.
Not a problem at all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, well done. Thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot, Simon.